Hello everyone, welcome back to the Toon Revival. Today's FA Cup match is brought to you from St James's Park. It's against Norwich City, and there's a few things that I need to fill you guys in on because in only a few days a lot of stuff has happened. First of all, on the injury front, unfortunately we have lost both Nkunku and Hummels to muscle inflammation. Only out for a few days, but enough for them to miss this match and possibly the next. Certainly in the case of Hummels, I think he could be missing more than just this game. Fortunately, we do have Mathieu, who is a natural replacement for the left-sided centre-back role, and he'll be partnering Todibo today. Xavi stepped in for Nkunku in the last match and actually did a fantastic job, although not good enough that I'm going to make him the captain. So if you'll just excuse me for a second, I'll just try and remember how exactly it is that I'm supposed to... Xavi is not the captain. In this instance, Shelvey will be the captain because in Shelvey we trust. Okay, so as I was saying before, Xavi and Mathieu coming into the team due to the unfortunate injuries to both Nkunku and Hummels. That means a promotion to the bench for Fazio. He could be making his first appearance for the team. He's already rated higher than Mathieu is, which is ridiculous, but I suppose really they are similar ages, so that would make a lot of sense. In fact, Mathieu is a year younger than Fazio. No, there's no, wait, hang on, that's Juan Fran. Here we go. Yeah, he is actually a year younger. So I suppose technically Fazio would be the player that we should be playing, but Mathieu's got the longevity in the squad, so we're going to go with him ahead of Fazio. Also making their way onto the bench as a result of all of the injury issues that we've been having is actually no one. Oh my word, I cannot remember what the hell I'm talking about. So Joelinton, Farfan, Paredes, they all normally make it onto the bench. Almiron and Zakaria normally make it onto the bench. Juanfran and Fazio is the one name really that has been added to the group. Mainly because Mathieu and Xavi were already on the bench, so they've just moved in, leaving one space for us here. We've had an offer for Farfan, which I need to tell you guys about. It's an offer for £57 million by Atletico Madrid. Here's the thing. We're fairly well off where it comes for attacking talent. Not just these forwards, but also Almiron can play on the left-hand side of the front three. Paredes has already showed that he's very capable on the right-hand side of an attacking three. Ribery and Coco are both also options, although, you know, Coco, he's not really getting any better. He's a solid option. We know how to use him. He fits in well with the group. So I'm considering it. I'll be honest with you, because it will make recruiting that centre-back in the summer a little bit easier if we have more money to play with. Here's the thing, I'm recording in advance. I normally record all of these, a week's worth of episodes in one sitting, so there's a good chance that by the time that I actually get around to reading your comments, that I might have made a decision on this already. But I am interested to know what you guys think. Should we be considering selling Farfan for 57 million, given that we do have other options in the squad that could cover him? And also, to be honest, since he came back from loan, he's not featured that much for us. Let me know what you think about that. Now, one thing we will be doing, and this isn't an enforced change, but it is one we will be making, it's an FA Cup match, which means Gunn is going to be coming in for Schubert here. I think that this might be the moment. If we get a good performance out of Gunn this time, we might be making the change. Gunn might become our league goalkeeper and Schubert may end up being our cup goalkeeper going forward. But we'll have to see how that goes. I really liked what Zakaria did for us in the last match he played, so I'm going to give him another game ahead of Hayden, just to keep some legs a bit fresher. Although actually looking at it, Hayden is 100% stamina. We've had a week since our last match. That was against Aston Villa. We won that game 1-0 thanks to a deflected long-range effort from John Joe Shelvey. Returning to the side, he came up with a goal and once again gave me reason to keep him in the team. Just when you think he's being edged out, he finds a way to put himself back in contention every time. So there we go, Captain Shelvey for the day. He's definitely earned the opportunity to captain the side. He's earned the opportunity to stay in the first 11 as well. I like the pairing of Xavi and Shelvey, honestly. They worked well together as a unit. The only thing I would say is that our creativity, we created a lot of chances, but we only ended up being able to win thanks to the deflected effort in the last match. So it's about getting used to what these players can offer you. Obviously, I'm so used to having Nkunku and Shelvey in the middle that when you play another midfielder in there, it can upset the balance of the side slightly. Early chance. I just can't keep it in. Newcastle setting their stall out from the get-go. Not a single backwards pass in that entire move. It was all forward movement, forward motion. Positive mental outlook from this team. One other thing I do need to let you guys know about is the fact that Chelsea were beaten in their last game, and that means now that we have a 10-point lead at the top of the Premier League table. So it's looking as though defending champions might be something that we can add to our resume. That's a nice move. Willems on the overlap, gets the cross in. Header, it's just over. Needed to jump slightly earlier, Junior there. He's not a massive aerial threat. I wouldn't expect him to absolutely, definitely score a header. But, you know, professional footballers should be reasonably well-rounded so that they can perform in most areas. Norwich with the ball now. Easily cut out. Newcastle back in possession. Henriks looking for the through ball to St Maximan. He finds him. Nice little dinked cross. There's Timo Werner. And it's wide of the right-hand post. Nice move by Newcastle. Quick, incisive passing play. Henriks finding his man out wide, and Maximan just with the slightest of dinked crosses, finding Timo Werner at the near post. Nicely worked move. Unfortunately, the header just finding itself the wrong side of the upright. Henriks gets the foot in there, goes out for a Norwich throw. It's a good turn, not a bad shot, not really troubling the goalkeeper that much. Here's Junior. Oh, he tries to get the ball through to Werner, can't quite make it stick. Werner's got it now though. Oh, it's not a bad move. Henriks not able to get a good contact on the ball in the last instance. There's threat all over this team. Xavi just not able to... Seemingly, if a ball is played in front of him, he's not able to run onto it quickly enough. Werner still troubling them, putting pressure on the goalkeeper to really make sure that he collects that ball first time. Xavi doing the job of covering the left back. Back to Gunn, plays it out to Zakaria. That's a little bit too far forward for Maximan to be able to use his pace to get onto it. Newcastle playing a pretty decent tempo. Most of the passes fairly accurate, keeping possession of the ball, frustrating Norwich. That's well won by Zakaria. Ah! Oh, it's a good effort by... Is that Willems? I think it might be Willems there. He struck it sweetly on his left foot. Again, it just ended up wide of the post. Newcastle are knocking on the door, but at the moment it doesn't seem that anyone wants to answer. It's a wild ball out to the left flank. It's not picked up by Junior. That's an equally wild ball, and Willems is able to take control. Newcastle back in possession. It's been pretty one-sided this game so far. Although having said that, Norwich now in possession, looking to try and get something started. It's not coming off for them though. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Oh, Junior didn't even look at possibly thinking of controlling that ball. He just whipped his left foot at it, and it wasn't that far over the top of the bar. Half-time 0-0. No points on the line here. It's all about finding a winner. Norwich starting out with possession in the second half. Group of three on this side of the pitch. Zakaria not taking any shit off of them though, and he very quickly takes control of the ball. Unfortunately, oh dear. Which way around? Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, yeah, apparently that's a free kick. Right, I see. Whatever. That apparently is a foul. What the ever-loving shit is that meant to be, referee? Come on. It's good passing play by Newcastle. Unfortunately, the last pass unable to keep the move going. Norwich get back in possession of the ball and now are looking to find an escape from their back line. Willems wins the ball. It's played through. That's a foul, surely. And the referee, with that looking like it could possibly have been the last man, has got a decision to make, and indeed it is a red card. And that is a shocking foul. And just to add insult to injury, or should I say injury to insult, it looks like Timo Werner might be down for the count. Right, Xavi is definitely the free kick taker of choice here. Whips it over the wall. No, the wall does its job in the end. It was a well shot free kick, but it just clipped the end of the wall there and it went out for a corner kick. Oh, Zakaria trying a trick and a flick, and it didn't really come off. But hang on, Norwich have let the ball lapse here, and it's through to Junior, and it's deflected away for a corner kick. That was an opportunity there for Newcastle to really make Norwich pay. It didn't quite come off. But now with their full complement of 11 men back on the pitch, hopefully they can do something from this corner. Timo Werner, it's just wide. He does love that near post header. It didn't come off for him this time, unfortunately. But now with Norwich down to 10 men, Newcastle really want to try and make this count. And that's got to be another foul, surely. Apparently not. If you take the man and the ball, apparently that is definitely a clean tackle. Williams out quickly to take the ball back, and that goes out for another corner. Norwich lob it long. Hopefully the Newcastle defender... No, he can't get hold of it. Oh, it's another chance going begging. It's beginning to look like Newcastle just won't score. There's the ball, Timo Werner, chance to finish it. He misses. Goalkeeper does a very good job of saving that. There's another chance here. Header, and it's in! Xavi with the header. Goalkeeper weakly. I'll get the words out eventually. He's weak-wristed. Can't keep the ball out, and it just trickles into the bottom corner. It was a lovely weighted cross on the left-hand side. Xavi just ghosted in. And the partnership of Junior and Xavi creating the goal that Newcastle, up until this point, have richly deserved, but been completely unable to get. 1-0 to Newcastle. And now that Norwich are going to have to push out and try and get an equaliser, you really do fear that the floodgates might open. Werner. It's a good ball, it's a good cross. Just wide by Maximan. Probably could have taken another touch, brought it slightly closer to goal. But in the end, he wanted to take it first time. Good header, one there. Junior. Unable to get it through to Werner. And there's 3-on-3 here. If Norwich play their cards right, they could get something out of this. Deflection finds its way to the goalkeeper. First time thrown ball there by Angus Gunn. Brilliant ball by Angus Gunn. And Willems is through on goal here. And he's put it in! Amazing finish by the left back. No frills there, he just put his left foot right through the back of the ball. And it flew into the bottom corner. And that's that. 2-0 to Newcastle United. Not a lot the goalkeeper could do. He made himself as big as he could, but the pace and power behind that shot really put paid to any chance he had of reacting. Oh, that's a bad pass. That's a very bad pass. Norwich with a chance to get one back here. Could make the last minute or so interesting. And it's gone out for a corner. Having completely forgotten to make any substitutions, I'm going to make them now. Normally it's not advisable to make a substitution when there's a corner to be defended. In this case we're defending after making 3 substitutions. That's a good ball, and if Maximan can get on this, he's got the pace to beat his man. He has beaten him. There's no goalkeeper here, he's just going to walk it in. Never have I ever scored a goal like that. I should have tried shooting from the halfway line. The goalkeeper was nowhere to be seen. All it had to be was on target. (3-0) Newcastle. And Norwich had to... They really did have to commit their numbers forward to try and get something, but in the end it was too little too late, and indeed it backfired tremendously. It's 3-0 to Newcastle United. A nicely taken header from Xavi, an absolutely amazing power drive by Jetro Willems, and then to finish it off, Alan Saint-Maximin running half the length of the pitch and dribbling the ball into a very, very empty net. Unusually for Newcastle, they're still in the FA Cup at this late stage of the tournament. Saint-Maximin, unsurprisingly, with that pace on him, getting the 7.5, scoring the 3rd goal of the game, but also like his pace was on display the whole way through. Junior and Xavi also doing very nicely for themselves. Willems getting a 7. Unusual to see a defender getting a 7 out of 10. Norwich didn't do too badly considering, but the red card really did put paid to any chances that they had. In the other matches in the FA Cup quarter-finals, you'll see there that Bournemouth, shock of the day, beat Manchester City 1-0. Newcastle, as we just watched, besting Norwich 3-0. Definitely the performance of the round. Actually, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say Bournemouth was the performance of the round. We should have beaten Norwich. Tottenham beaten in extra time by Manchester United, and West Ham losing out to Watford, which means that the semi-finals of the FA Cup are going to be between Bournemouth and Newcastle United, and in the other half of the draw it's Manchester United versus Watford. This could be a very interesting final. Before we go, I'm just going to show you the bid that we received from Atletico Madrid for Jefferson Farfan. As I said before, it's very, very tempting. Looks like we've had another bid for a player. We've had a bid for Bodmer. This one only for £13 million. In fairness, we don't really need Bodmer at the moment, but that is well below what he's worth. So I'm going to tell them that they can bog off. Here is the bid for Farfan. You can see he's got a market value of 59.5, but with the release fee of 58.7, it means that no one is going to meet that. Therefore, the bid coming in is for £57 million. It's very, very tempting. I'd love to know what you guys think. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully, I won't have to make a decision on this until you guys are able to tell me what you think I should do. But until then, bye bye.